Hello again, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome back to Dungeons, Dragons, and Space Shuttles. So, since last episode, I have been fairly busy. I did go mining, and I mined up a bit of gold and iron and stuff. I've had that running. And then after that, let's see, let's pop over here. I started putting a roof on there. I'm not totally done with it, but I started it. But I think where most of my work has been, building-wise, has been over here. I added a little overhang here. I'm probably going to end up changing these fences. I don't really like them, but I had them up there kind of figuring out what kind of carpet and stuff that I wanted. And, for the roof. Because the entrances are just on this side and then on the opposite side into this building. So, and then I worked up there a little bit. And if we come through here, we have this little area. And this is all liquid starlight. And then over here I've got fertile soil with some sugarcane growing. Probably will add a little bit more stuff in here, but just for decorative purposes. And I'm actually thinking about making some kind of banners for the outside somewhere. You know, just add some color and some contrast to the outside. And maybe do a little bit more intricate stuff on the outside than what's there at the moment. Also up here. Oops. There we go. Up here, actually it's above that. You won't be able to see it, but there's a block, because the source block for this liquid starlight's right there. That causes it to flow out. But up above that, there's a block, and then on top of that is a megatorch. These are super cheap in this pack. One of the cheapest that I've seen in most packs. A little bit of mana diamond, block of luminescence, some blocks of gold, treated wood, ancient dust. Of course, most of this isn't an issue. This was a little bit steep, but after mining gold and after it built up, I got tired of mob spawning in here, because even with this liquid starlight and the glowstone, I think that's enough light. It actually causes enough light in this room that I don't feel like it needs light, but over in these little areas and stuff, and then where that sugarcane is, mobs can still technically spawn. So, yeah, I just placed that up there. And it's actually affecting a very large radius. I checked in the configs. It's 64, which I think is default, but I haven't noticed a whole lot of mobs spawning. But it is enabled so that spawners will still spawn. So my blood magic area is still a-okay. It's still running, which of course is good. And then up here, this is a mix of marble and black terracotta. And then a bunch of wood, which a lot of this wood on the corners isn't going to be visible once this is done. You can see I've kind of got a little cutaway here. But this is more for the outside area than the inside. And then if we pop up, you can see I've actually built a little wall here. It's to keep the horses out, and also we're going to expand on this. This is going to be kind of the border wall that runs around. Wait a second, let me grab this. It's going to be the border wall that kind of runs around this area. Of course, it may see some changes. I know actually over right in here, I'm actually going to dig it back, I think, and have a building there. Also, right over here, this pathway is going to lead into an area here, and then the wall's actually going to be like that, you know, kind of. But there's going to be like a courtyard type area over there. I do believe. And this wall is going to be thicker. It's not going to be one block wide. But it's just kind of a start of some things to come. So, we're about to be wiping out all the animals. So, here very, very soon. But I'm kind of getting this wall built so that we don't have any anything too close to the base already. Also, let's see, there's a plan to add an addition to this building, which I'll get started on that. It'll be on this side over here. And yeah, I think that's the main building work. Now, I did do one other thing. I spent a little bit of time, now that we have the basis of an AE system and all of our items in roughly one place, I actually didn't go around. There's not really that much that I need to clean up to put inside of here, like chests. I mean, I got a lot I need to clean up, but we're about to start working on that because we're about to have crafters and stuff. But I did spend a little bit of time working on something here. A lot of these main quests that we haven't done, like the battery. From what I can tell for the quests over here, it's just to give us some sort of kind of a battery, like a portable battery for RF, as well as maybe so that we have some early RF to use. I'm not sure But anyways, this quest here, I did complete this. We get 2 gold and a block of electrotine. This quest here for the alchemic condenser and the alchemic retorts, I completed that. And we're actually going to finish out these quests here because they're going to be quick. Because I'm trying to kind of start moving to where we can finally unlock main quest line 2. And then once we get everything up and going and automated, we'll just kind of go through and clean up a lot of these quests. Because energy battery and these are pretty much useless in this pack. Because they actually don't store that much. And the power cells, realistically, the power cells are very early in this pack. So there's not a whole lot of payoff to going with these. There's so many like duplicate items in this. Like you have like 5 different ways to create power. Multiple ones which are main quest line and so on. The reinforced backpack, I did make this, and we get to pick between a foresting backpack, an enchanted book with projectile protection 1, or a cake. I guess we'll take the foresting backpack. None of these are super useful to us. Let's see, cleaning tubes, we get a 10k coolant cell, 4 iron plates, and a silver coin. And then the pulverizer, which we already had this made, we get 4 bronze plates, 2 oak chests, and a gold coin. The sawmill, I actually had to make one of these, but pretty much all the thermal expansion machines, except for the phytogenic insulator, are all pretty standard. So I just crafted this. It was just bronze plates, and I think it was iron plates. Yeah, actually, I think it was bronze, iron, silicon. There was like a chest and some other stuff thrown in. Solar panel tier 2, this one we actually have already. Because, this was the first one. Oh, hey! The reward, we get a solar panel 1, which will complete another quest. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so right over here, and we get either another solar panel 1, 2 redstone transmission coils, or 15 glass. Which we do upgrade these now, so I'm actually going to take the solar panel 1 in this case. Then there was a magma crucible. We've already got that, so we get 2 copper gears, 2 bread, 2 silver coins. And then the induction smelter. I had to craft one of these, but I was planning on crafting one of these anyways, because they're kind of an advanced alloy smelter, and we're going to be using this before long. So we get 2 blocks of coal, 10 ice, and a silver coin. Still got a little bit of space. And then over here, silver chest, we get a storage upgrade 2, a copper chest, ender pearl, and a silver coin. I must have got another storage upgrade 2 from something. But I already know where I want to put this. I want to put it on arrows, because I'm always full on arrows, and I'm constantly, because the void upgrades and stuff, they're just kind of, they're not so much expensive at this point, they're just annoying to craft. So I tend to not want to craft them, so I just go over to the mob farm and have to empty it out a lot of times. So, also the exchanger core, we get an exchanger core tier 1, a slime block, and a 4 spawn imps from Natura. And then for the wooden exchanger, we get 10 Inferium, an electrotine seed, and a platinum coin. Awesome. I will take the electrotine seed for sure. Which those are basically block exchangers. The wooden tier, not all that useful. I mean, yeah, it's a little bit faster to exchange stuff with it, but it's not. It doesn't do enough of a range to be all that great. But I do want to tier that up before too long. Whenever I start changing things over to sand for the ground in a lot of places, I'm going to want to upgrade those exchangers, because it's going to make my life a bit easier. So, something I've been meaning to do, but I just haven't started changing over the ground yet. So, I haven't upgraded it yet. But it's actually not that expensive. The third one takes a bit of gold, but not too bad. Okay, and then also, I can access it over here. One other quest I want to knock out real quick, diamonds. We now have enough diamonds to complete that quest. So there we go. And that's going to be... Oh, and dilithium. We completed this last episode. So we get 4 dilithium, 1 molten lumium cell, 3 silver, and a gold. And then diamonds, we get a platinum chest plate with unbreaking 2, a diamond sword with fire aspect 2, or an artisan's diamond handsaw. I'm going to take the handsaw. None of the rest of that stuff's really useful to us. Which actually, dilithium, we have 58 crystals now. Because that's where I did a lot of my mining, was over at that ocean place. And I just went down there caving, basically, for redstone and stuff. And we do have a decent amount of redstone. We have 54 at the moment. Oh, and actually, I should probably turn... I think I've got some of these completed, and I always forget to turn them in. Okay, and I think that gets us all caught back up. Okay, now this right here, let's go ahead... Let me grab this, that, and chamomile and cohosh. That's the quest, right? And I think that's what we need. We're going to have to make an elixir of regeneration and elixir of instant health. In truth, these things, the potions, I mean, they're good, but they're not terribly useful to us at this point because I don't usually take very much damage at all. And so far, there's not anything that really damages us all that much in this pack. But I actually think for the... Well, let me actually just pull it up here. Elixir of instant health is raw beef, chamomile, and marshmallow root. Oh, but wait, that's the good ones. We need these. So chamomile and magic compound, cohosh and magic compound. And I wonder if this will work. Yes, it will. Awesome. Okay, so let's throw that into there. And we're going to need some bottles. I'm going to go ahead and make a bunch. But what I actually only need is 2. Okay, and we'll get this running. It's pretty quick, but this counts as main quest. I guess so we have some healing potions, but... maybe if we find something really elaborate to explore, but I mean, I one-shot most everything, and our armor makes us pretty much immune to damage, so, at this point. So, it's not super useful to us at the moment. And that should trigger a quest complete. It does. And we get another elixir of regen, 2 cohosh, and 2 copper coins. And then there's elixir of night vision, which is mooncap mushroom. Okay, well, there's the elixir of instant health. Oh man, they're wanting us, and these are all main quests. Chamomile, common loot bag, and copper coins. Okay, I actually don't have mooncap mushrooms yet, so I'm going to have to go out and find those before we can push on. Mooncap mushrooms, they're really common in the swamps and stuff, but I don't currently have any, so... But anyways, one other thing I want to do, the crystallized canola seeds. They want us to get 5 of these, and these are actually very, very easy to get. If I had canola. I've got it planted over here, I just don't really keep it. Okay, so if we pop over here, and I didn't notice this having a use outside of just making it for the power and the oil and stuff, so not something that we're going to be using. It's another one of those power variants that you can go with if you so desire. And then we give it a second. There we go. Quest completed. We get 5 crystallized canola seeds, 10 canola seeds, and 2 copper coins for that. And then crystallized oil. Okay, I'm done. I'm done for now. I think I've had all I can with main quests for the time being. We might do a little bit more next episode, but I've got to... Well, I guess I could get this out. Okay, we'll just plop it down. This is where I've got the sawmill and the induction smelter right now. The canola press right there. The fermenting barrel is not going to require power, so we'll put it right there. And then we'll drop in our canola. And that's going to start running, and it's going to make canola oil. So there we go. There's a little bit of canola oil. So we're going to let that run for a while, because we're going to have to make some of the oil, and then I've got to make the energizer, and it's crafted like this. It's all very doable for us at this point. But anyways, basically the concept is... of course, I've done a tutorial video on how to automate the whole setup and all that a while back, and there's so many ways that you could automate it. It's not a very difficult process. Basically, you take your canola from your farm, you make oil with it, you ferment it, and then you put it on the ground. You drop in your crystallized seed. It becomes a new oil type, and then what you do is you also empower some crystallized canola. Which is like this, not very expensive, and then you take your empowered canola seeds, throw them in there, and then you get a top-tier oil. So, not a very elaborate power source, but that's basically how it works. So I'm hoping that maybe this is the last quest for that. It just kind of drags on and on, like all these one single quest of potions, instead of just having all the potions in one quest that they want us to make and be done with it. We have to drag through all of this, but... okay, so anyways, let's see, the potions. The reason I'm kind of focusing on these, the potions, this canola oil quest line, and then getting into the squeezer. These are the last main quests before we unlock main quest line 2. So, yay. And then we can finally, I think, probably be a little bit more up to date. But a squeezer is something that I do need to make, and we will be making that here fairly soon. Yeah, it's very, 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 very cheap to craft. But probably one of the first things that I'm going to automate is going to be this. Getting a carpenter so I can make basic control circuits. That's very high on our priority list. But anyways, what we're going to be working on today, for the rest of the episode, we are going to be looking at refined storage once again. And I want to make a network transmitter and receiver. This would really make my day. Okay, and let's see, we're going to need more advanced processors, and the receiver is pretty much the same thing, just reversed. So these are just all standard recipe. So we're going to need to get a bunch of basic processors and advanced processors. So one of the first things that I need to do is I need to craft up a bit of infused or red silicon compound. There's not a cheaper way to make this, is there? No, that is the only recipe. Okay. And then we're going to get this stuff smelting down because we're going to need a bunch of it. And then I need to, let's pop over here. And now that we got around to making the induction smelter, we'll start using this. Let's go ahead and get ourselves just some redstone. Oops, let's unlock that slot. And we're going to start running this through this. And we're going to start making our alloys. So let's pop back over here. The nice thing about the induction smelter is if you have power issues, it is cheaper on power, but it is about the same speed. Actually, what I should probably do is run it through, because it does take a little while to craft this stuff. I should run it through both of these. There we go. Okay, so both of those are running. And then let's pop back over here. And we should be good to get a few of these things. I'm probably going to have to make some more binder here shortly, but we'll go with 8 for right now. And then these right here, which I'm going to need this compound. Get that smelting up. And let's go ahead. Once again, I'm going to eat through a bunch of the diamonds that I finally stockpiled up. Raw advanced. Yeah, I'm going to need some more red alloy. That's fine. That's actually enough to make our transmitter and receiver, though, so yay. Okay, so our network transmitter. Oops, I'm going to have to get... Oh, yeah, lumium. Which I do have one of those blocks left. Lumium seeds are tier 4. They're not all that expensive. So that might be something that we start into here soon. Because it would just make our lives so much easier. It really, really would. Okay, let me go get these plates made. This is going to be enough for what we're crafting right now, but I'm sure I'm going to have to make some more of these. It's one of those things I want to get automated pretty quick. Which the crafter does require construction core per crafter. They're really not that expensive, though. Just a lot of these things. Well, actually, the alloy smelter from Tech Reborn is faster. It finished out its half quite a bit faster before that one did. Like, it ran through its redstone and everything, and this one's still chugging away. Of course, I just added some more redstone in, but this one is quite a bit faster. So, we'll probably, well, this one will probably be better once we upgrade it. But this one also allows us to take in like loads of power, and it can actually be like super fast. So we'll probably stick with the Tech Reborn ones long term. The thermal ones, I'm going to check. But honestly, I think the nuclear craft one would probably be the best route. Because it's a super power hog, but it does make stuff. Oh, we can't actually make it though. Or use it for this. So this will actually probably be the fastest. Uses 40,000 RF though. I don't know, I'll have to test that out and see. Of course, this one does have the chance for the byproducts, get back a little bit of redstone. But where we're headed, that's not going to be an issue. Oh, by the way, something I wanted to show you. Our red orchids have duplicated. It's a right click. If you harvest with a right click, it does have a chance to produce extra seeds. So if I go through and I harvest these, yeah, see, we got another red orchid seed. And so you can just kind of expand these out. So I'm going to fill this whole area in with red orchids. And there will be much rejoicing because we can just come over here and have lots of redstone. Especially once we set up the auto farming, which is high priority on our list at the moment. And I know I'm gonna have to start working in the factory really hard because we're kind of at a point where we're about to hit like a lot of growing pains in this pack. This always happens because I'm gonna have to start building those floors fast and getting those rooms laid out and everything, which I have an idea on the design that I want to use. So I actually just realized I'm just about out of special infused iron too, so I'm gonna have to make some of that real quick. But I'll be back here in just a minute. Okay, so our network transmitter and network receiver, we are ready to go on this. So let's get 2 destruction cores and let's get 2 construction cores. And then we're going to need 2 machine casings. And then there's that. And there is that. And then we're also going to want to get ourselves a network card, which is just like this. There. And now we're ready to set this up. And I guess for right now, we got the no cables required advancement. Let's see, network transmitter, we're going to put this setting, this will get moved later on, but we're going to put it right here. And then our network receiver, what we're going to do is we're going to pop over here. This is where we're going to start setting up lots and lots of autocrafting, because that's what this factory is for. And actually, let me get some treated wood. I'm just going to lay down treated wood for right now. I meant to get over here and build, but I got sidetracked. I was working on the building that we didn't need this episode, not the building that we actually need this episode. And so anyways, let's pop up here. Treated wood is going to be a lot of this floor up here. So I'm actually going to do this area a bit different than normal. Like up against, the machines aren't going to be up against these walls. They're going to be out more in the middle. Okay, so we've got the start of a floor. It's going to be a bit more intricate than this, but okay. So what we're going to do? Let's come out. Grab this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put that there, and we're going to set up a network receiver setting, say, here. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our network card, we're going to shift right click, and, oh no, I'm sorry. Let me bring this back one more. So shift right click there. Okay, and then what we can do is, let's pop back over here. And we're going to take our card, we're going to put it into here. Okay, so you can see it's 132 blocks away that it's connected to. And let's see, now it's using 22 RF per tick, which I think should be fine. Strangely, this machine, all these machines are able to run, and I mean, these mechanism ones are running like pretty much non-stop. This is all running just off the water wheels. And so is our refined storage system. It's kind of funny. But it seems to be good. Okay, so basically that means that we have a network over there that we can access. Okay, now what I need to do is, by the way, is there a cheaper method for this? There is. It makes 12 at a time. Well, we're going to get into that soon. But what I want to make right now, I want to make some crafters. These right here. This is all pretty standard stuff, so I'm not going to do all this on camera. I've got 18 special infused plates. I'm not going to do it all on camera because it's all very, very standard craft. But I'm going to get 3 of these crafted up because it's going to take me a minute. Because I'm going to have to make, well, I'm going to have to make probably some more of those. But I'm definitely going to need more aluminum. So it's going to be a lot easier here in just a minute. But for right now, I'm going to have to actually craft that stuff out by hand. And then there's 50. Make me 50 plates. But I'm going to have to make all this stuff by hand. So I'll be back here in just a little bit once I get this ready to go. And we'll get this thing crafted out. Okay, it's been a little while since I cut. And I've got some stuff laid out here. I need to get my construction cores. There's 6 of those. And then we're going to get that. I actually decided I want 5 crafters, not 3. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab those. And we got Autocrafting advancement. And then right here I want to get a pattern grid. And I also made some patterns. I needed some for the pattern grid, so I went ahead and made some of these. They're very simple. We got the pattern creation advancement. And then right here I have a fluid crafter from Industrial Foregoing. We've made these before. We've talked about them and all that good stuff. And then one other thing that I want, I've actually got the stuff running. Well, no, I've got the aluminum here. Okay, well, let's go ahead and start with the crafters. Let's go ahead and pop up here. And what we're going to do, we're going to set up a crafter setting right here. And eventually these are going to get moved around. Right now I'm going to have all the machines just basically sitting together. But then later on we're going to organize it so, you know, pulverizers will have a specific place and so on. But we're going to put a crafter there, a crafter there, and there. That'll be fine, actually. We'll just line these up. And these should all be connected, I think. If we pop over here, we can check. Because I actually want to check on our power usage at the moment as well. We are draining our power out at the moment. Because the crafters, yeah, it's adding up. Okay, so what I need to do in that case is, tell you what I can do. I can just grab our power cell and move this over. And we'll set this, well, now it's going up. Okay, but I still don't like that. So I'm going to put a power cell here. There we go. We got full power. And then what I want to do is, let me pop over here. And let me grab our copper plates. I want to get some more aluminum plates going. And actually this is done. Awesome. That means I can get 4 more aluminum. We're not going to be crafting this manually anymore though. It's just, it's so dreadful. Crafting it manually, it is. It's painful. Which I actually don't need that aluminum. I made 4 extra, but just in case. One last thing that I want to craft, or, well, there's actually one other thing that I want to craft, but I want to get a redstone furnace. Oh, I didn't get enough bricks. Okay, I want to get that. There we go. Okay, and our pattern grid, let's go ahead and set this up right there. Of course, this is all going to get moved here fairly soon. Once making network transmitters isn't painful, we're going to be making quite a few of those. And I'm really excited because the power cost on these isn't like super crazy. Well, actually, they're not using any power at the moment, but yeah, this importer is using the most power at 13 FE. Probably because it's actually importing stuff, maybe. I don't know. Oh, I do have an exporter right here that's exporting stuff. And there's a chest here. I did go ahead and just grab all the different ore, though, and dump it in here, but it is exporting key ores. We need to get into Mark of the Falling Tower, and that's something that we might get into here fairly soon anyways. Okay, so now what I want to do, I'm probably going to end up, well, I'll tell you what I'm probably going to do. I'm probably going to move this one up a little bit. We'll put that there. Just because these machines are going to be sitting in front of this, so... And this one's not going to have a machine in front of it. So, okay, so what we're going to do is, let's pop over here, and I need to grab a couple machines. First up, I need to grab our pulverizer. And then I need to grab our compactor, which our aluminum plates are done. Yay. Pulverizer, compactor, redstone furnace. And then I also want to grab the magma crucible. It's not the fastest thing in the world. It actually takes a while for it to run. And this is done. Oh, we got 2 millibuckets. So I'm going to dump that into there and get that fermenting real quick. Okay. We might finish that quest this episode. Maybe next episode. I don't know. And then I want to pop over here just really, really fast. One more thing that I want to make. I want to make... That's the wrong... by the way, these patterns, I can just put these into here. Actually, you know, it might be better... Let me grab that. But one thing I want to make just really, really quick is an exporter. So, there's that. Okay, and let's go do some automating. So... Let's pop over here, and I think what I'm going to do for right now is I'm going to set up our pattern grid. We're going to put this right there. And then we're going to put our patterns into here, because it would make more sense, because I'm pretty much going to be over here whenever I'm working with patterns. But what we're going to do is we're going to set a redstone furnace right there, and we're going to say you output to the back. Then we're going to set up a compactor right there and say you output to the back. A pulverizer right here. You output both things to the back. Wait, do they... I get refined storage in A2. I think refined storage works that way. I can output to the crafter. Maybe not. We'll see. We'll see. So, and then I'm going to have a fluid crafter right here. And it'll output as well. And then we're going to have a magma crucible that sits right here. And we're going to say you output to the right-hand side. Okay, so, and then we're going to have an exporter that sets right there. And this one, we're going to say that you export glowstone. Okay, and if we give it just a little bit, oh, and we need to say that you insert from the back. Okay, and you'll notice it's getting glowstone from our refined storage system. Of course, it doesn't have power at the moment. We're about to fix that. And then this one, oh yeah, I'm going to have to say all of these import from the back, I guess. We'll do that. We'll see if this works. Maybe it does. Well, I don't know. I can never remember. There you go. You do everything. Everything from the back. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to set up a pattern here. Our first pattern, and we're going to say that... oh, wait a second. This isn't... I don't need a pattern grid for a lot of this, though. Refined storage. I need the... I forget it's a different thing. It's the... oh, that's right. Now you click here. It's processing. My bad. Okay, so we've got a processing button. I'm used to them having the pattern encoder, you know. Okay, so processing. And we're going to say that if you take silver, and if you send 1, and then we're also going to do the same thing for 10, okay? If you send one of those. And what we're going to do is say, if you send silver, and let's find our pulverizer. If you send silver over here, I need to make a power cell in just a moment. There's that, and we're going to say that you get pulverized silver, and we're going to encode that. Okay, and we're going to put this into our pulverizer connection. And then, now if I was to come over here and I was to order pulverized silver, I want to make sure it outputs correctly. It sends silver into here. It processes it. Pow. Yeah, I'm going to have to set up a separate import. That's fine. We'll do that in just a moment. I want to get these recipes set up first, and then we'll tackle that. Okay, and then we're going to do the same thing for 10. And there we go. We're going to encode that one and drop it right into there. Okay, so now our system knows how to make pulverized silver and pulverized tin. We just have to handle the outputs, and we'll do that in just a moment. And our fluid crafter is getting energized glowstone. That's wonderful. And so what we're going to do is we are going to make a recipe here and say that if you send pulverized silver and pulverized tin, and we're going to click there and say that if you send 4 of that, 4 of that, and grab this. I shouldn't have smelted that. That's fine. Yeah, give me just a second. I'm going to change some stuff up here. For right now, and this is all going to change once we get more power cells. I just don't want to make them right now until it's easier. Let's pull this off. We don't need that. And we're going to pull off our controller. We're going to replace this with a cable. We're going to grab our power cell. And then we're going to go ahead and grab our network transmitter. I should have grabbed the receiver because I could have went ahead and set that up. Let's grab our network receiver. And we're going to have our transmitter setting right here. And we're going to have our controller. It's not going to look pretty, but that's fine. Okay, let's put our controller there. And let's put our power cell right here. Okay, so this has got power. And then I just have to go connect this up real quick. So shift right click. And we'll just go plug this up. We're basically just going to reverse where the controller's at. And that way I can have the power cell over here since I'm poor. Drop that into there. Okay, now we have access to our items again. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's, I think I've got some cables. Not really. Let me steal these for now. Which I actually forgot to use my wrench on them. That's fine. We're not going to be using these much longer anyway, so I'm actually not all that concerned about it. And if I just run these in front. But yeah, I'm thinking if we get into Mark of the Falling Tower like next episode and start doing that to where we just have all the redstone and gold and iron and stuff that we could possibly make use of, that would actually put us in a really good spot. Oh, I like the new sound they have for that. It would put us in a really good spot on materials to where we could just automate all the things. So, okay, so those have power now. And that's smelting down. Good. Let me go ahead and order 2 of those and 3 of those. And you can see it's running right now. What did I do to my hotbar? Okay, so there's that. So if you send 4 tin, 4 silver, and you send them to the fluid crafter, okay, and I'm going to say pause. I don't want you to run right now. And we do that. That. Okay, there we go. It's like shift click. Okay, we put this into here. Let's go ahead and lock it. And we say that's how you craft it. Okay, and you can see it just crafted some lumium blend for us. And I can pull this bucket out and put that into there. And so we're going to grab this lumium blend and we're going to say that that's how you make 4 lumium blend. And we're going to encode that. And we're just going to put that right there. Okay, so it knows how to make our lumium blend now. And the energized glowstone can just pretty much build up in this. Because this is going to be running just pretty much non-stop. Just filling this full of energized glowstone. Okay, so then what we're going to do is we're going to say that if you take your lumium blend and you melt this down, or I mean you smelt it, which will be in the redstone furnace, that you're going to get lumium, and we're going to say, whoops, you're going to get 4 of those, and encode. Okay, and then that's going to go here. Go ahead and grab that out. And then we're going to say that that lumium, if you take that and you take 1 of those, you're going to get a lumium plate. And then, of course, this goes in the compactor. Right there. And so now it knows how to make lumium plates. And then we can make a recipe. This one's going to be just standard recipe. And we're going to say, okay, processors. Let's say raw basic processor. That's how you make that. Raw improved processor. That's how you make that. Raw advanced processor. That's how you make that. Patterns. Patterns are another thing we want to teach it. So that's how you make a pattern. And then all of these kind of things can just go in the crafter. And then let's go back to our processors. I've only got 3 patterns. I can make more though. It's not biggie. So let's tell it that basic processors. You can shift click these in now. I don't know if this works for everything though. And then we've got improved processor and advanced processor. And let's see, let's find something weird. Like lumium. Can I do that? Wow, I can do that. I did not know that that was a thing. That's pretty nice, actually. That's one of the new features. So, okay, so these are going to go into the redstone furnace. And then let me order, I don't have any patterns. Let me order, say, 10 of these. Can I do that? I can. So there we go. These are going to get crafted. You can see the crafters, we don't have to have any special, extraction or anything like that. I mean, it can do it and it goes back in the system. It's too bad that these won't, but I can fix that. So then back to refined storage construction cores. This is going to be just a standard crafting. So that's how you make that. And it should be able to make these start to finish because it knows how to make lumium, it knows how to make processors, and of course circuit plates we always have like pretty much infinite of those. and then destruction cores. And then we need to teach it how to make nether quartz plates. And this will be using the processing. There you go. There's how you make that. That's crazy. I mean, I think it's a really nice feature, but at the same time, I think refined storage is just, it's too powerful. You know, because I can literally sit here and just shift click in everything and never even have to, like, use machines. I could literally sit in a room and play Minecraft, like, you know, in the little mainframe room almost. Soon enough, refined storage is going to be able to build machines and place them in the world and connect everything for you, and you just won't even have to, like, leave the main processing room. That's like the future of refined storage, I think. Okay, so that's done. And I think that's the main things right now that we really, really need. And I guess I could teach you how to make upgrades, because we're going to start using a lot of these. So let's do that. There you go. That's how you make an upgrade. And then a few other things that I want to teach you how to make. Plates. Let's take a look at copper plates. That's how you make that one. Iron plates. There you go. Gold plates. And then we've got bronze plates. Which really I should ordict these, I guess. So let me do that. I can just do it like this. Which I guess iron stuff's probably not gonna, it's not gonna matter there, but this will be the compactor. So we'll toss those in. And then I've still got a little bit more space, so if I want to add, say, 10 plates. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do, say, silver. You know. Eventually we're gonna have all the plates be able to be crafted, so. Okay, and there we go. Now we've got lots of different plates that we can make. So we can really start expanding on refined storage, because now I can order processors. So crafting additional crafters, not going to be all that bad. One thing I should do really, really quick is, let me order some more patterns if I can. I know I'm getting a little bit low on redstone, but, and I've only got 2 spaces in here, so I need to make it count. But let's teach it how to make advanced crafting tables and crafting tables. This will be ore dictionaried. So there we go. And yeah, that'll be the last 2 slots that we put in here. So honestly, at this point, making a crafter, I'd have to make the enriched alloy, the electrotine, the card base. That's it. Everything else I can order. So, and it can make it start to finish as long as I have the materials. It can make it start to finish. And these, you know, we're going to be automating those soon. So, but yeah, so now I can really start expanding on all the things, I think. Because, for example, if I ordered, I don't know if there's any aluminum in here. Well, there's a little bit, but let's say we ordered a construction core. I don't mind making extras of these because I don't want to need them. So you could see we're going to need aluminum plates, construction core. Let me make it a little bit more interesting, though. Because at this point, it's not really going to have to do a whole lot of work to make this. So if I make construction cores, I want to make one of these. You could see we're going to need pulverized silver, pulverized tin, aluminum blend, and you could see basically what it's going to take. Everything that's going to take here. So tin ingots, silver ingots, which is going to pulverize. And then, yeah. And then, of course, it does take glowstone, but that's just automatically being output. So we'll go ahead and start that. And how much? This is already backed up on glowstone. Wow. Nice. But you can see it's pulverizing the silver and the tin. Of course, we could make this faster if we had another pulverizer that was doing the tin, but we just got the one right now. That's fine. As long as I can order this stuff and it's not a problem. Oh, and I need to do the item extraction. Whoops. Which I'm just going to use extra utilities transfer pipes because I have them available at the moment. But we will make it a little bit nicer. Like I said, this system, it's going to change, but this is the poor man's system right now. So, and I guess an importer is going to be the best route that we can go on this. It's just, and what we'll probably end up having is just a really fast, like, central importer later on. But what we're going to do is we're going to set up a chest that sets, well, a chest that sits right here. And then we're going to have on that, we're going to have a retrieval node. And then we're going to have transfer pipes. Just let me grab my wrench, because I don't want it to connect to like all this stuff here. And then there, and we're going to say you can output out the top. Yeah, and it's pulling that out. Not the fastest thing in the world, but this will work for our needs at the moment. So, okay, so it's pumping out that stuff. It got pumped out. And then we're going to have an importer that sets, because you can see it went into the chest there. Importer that sets right there and imports that stuff. Okay. All right, so if we take a look over here, it's going to send it over there here in just a second. It's moving the tin right now. And then we should see it's going to send the tin and the silver. Once it gets everything done, it'll send it over to the fluid crafter. Okay, it drops them into there. Okay, that's going to be an issue, because I can't make this spread. Let's not output that for just a second. And there's another way that we can do this. I'm just going to change up some recipes. It's not a biggie. But if we come over here and we grab ourselves a fluid transposer, and let me grab this, and this. I don't think this thing retains its inventory, so I'm probably going to lose that once I was to empty it with a bucket. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to put the fluid transposer here then. We're going to say you can input from that side, and you can output out the top. And then what we're going to do is we're going to remove this pattern, and we're going to change some things up here. We're going to, first up, we're going to say that if you take 4 of that, and you do like that, let's say, and that, it's going to make Lumium blend. And we'll go ahead and encode that. And this is going to have to go in here, so I'm going to have to remove, I'm going to remove the upgrade pattern for right now, and we're going to put that into there. And then we're going to make a pattern that says, let me dump that into there. We're going to make a pattern that says, if you send a bucket, this is going to be processing. If you send a bucket, well, actually, this right here, that's how you make that. Okay, and we're going to put this right there. Okay, so now I should be able to, let me break this off again, one more time. We know that this over here is working. Okay, so let's order ourselves now a construction core. Oh, it's missing a bucket. Which it'll get the bucket back, so that's fine. Let's order, I don't need, I think it's, I wish there was a way I could do that. Okay, so I'm going to have to actually, let me do this by hand then. So we're going to say that if you take a bucket, we put this into there, because we don't want it to take, we don't want it to say that it needs energized glowstone. Even though I guess technically if we did fluid storage through refined storage, I think it could craft it on its own. But I'm not worried about that right this second. That's a whole other thing we're going to get into later. And then if I put that into there. And now if I order a construction core. Okay, it's wanting a bucket. Toss that into there. Okay. Hopefully it works this time. Construction core. There we go. And it should... Oh, I'm holding all this stuff. Whoops. And I'm going to go ahead and say that you can output over in this direction so it gets that energized glowstone. Totally forgot that I was holding that pulverized metal. But that's fine. I could throw it in there and it would... But I want to make sure it all works correctly. So we got ourselves a free fluid crafter, basically, that we didn't expect to have, which is fine. We'll use it later. It just doesn't seem to spread the ingredients that well. Not a biggie. Okay, so it's finished crafting all of that. We should see a bucket pop in here in just a second. And it's set to feel good. And And go. Oh, wait. It's wrong input side. Input from the back. There we go. Okay. And then that's going to get pulled out. There we go. Redstone furnace. Got the aluminum. Awesome. It's smelting that down. And on the plus side, I've got a bit of aluminum built up, so that's a-okay by me. And then that's going to get finished up. Compactor's starting to run those aluminum plates. And then it's just got to craft it, basically. So if we take a look, construction core, there we go. We got a construction core. Okay. Now, there is another way that you can go about making the aluminum, just as a side note, and something that probably long-term we probably will do because it skips the pulverization step. But to make the aluminum, what we can do is use the ingot or the fluid infuser, this right here, to infuse liquid energized glowstone with tin silver alloy. You do have to make this alloy. But you can see we actually, if we do it this way, we get a small chance for magnesium dust, which, But we could do that. But the only reason I didn't do that is because the fluid infuser takes titanium and advanced plating and hyperlinking. A lot of stuff. That takes chrome. A lot of stuff that we haven't got into yet. So, basically just this stuff and the hyperlinking card that we haven't got into yet. Which this isn't that bad if we get a rolling machine. But some of this other stuff, I think we'll need a little bit more infrastructure to get that. So, okay, but now we can order those processors. And I can actually order quite a few things. Destruction cores, construction cores, all the processors, patterns, advanced crafting tables. I can order all that stuff. So making additional crafters is going to be a whole lot easier so we can start expanding on this. But I think now the big hurdle is just getting a lot of materials built up because we're going to need a lot of redstone. And I need to get an alloy smelter set up soon so we can start making red alloy in bulk. So next episode, whenever we come back, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on materials because it's going to be kind of important for us. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to get into Mark of the Falling Tower from Blood Magic. And we are also going to get auto farming started into a little bit of auto farming. Maybe not all the things, but some of the things we're going to get into auto farming. And then we're probably going to set up a few more crafters. So, and then we might even get a carpenter next episode, or either that or the episode after. We'll see. So this is going to help us out quite a bit, though. And then, like I said, we'll refine it down. We're going to make it look nicer. We're going to make it perform better. We're going to get rid of the extra utilities pipes and the Tech Reborn cables and all that stuff. We're going to be getting rid of here soon. So it's just kind of a stepping stone. So anyways, I'm going to end out this episode here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, as always, be sure and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe if you're not already. Stay updated with when new videos come out. And I hope to see you guys next time. So until then, as always, do take care. Stay safe. I'll see you guys then.